So I'm of the opinion that bracing is more important than your back position when it comes to the deadlift. Not just my opinion. I've heard Mitchell Hooper allude to it, powerlifting to win. I do have people have picked me up on this. So a lot of times, a lot of comments about my angle of my back. I do lift with a slightly rounded upper back, which means I'm a lot stronger off the floor. I can set my back straight, but that means I have to set my hips lower. If I set my hips lower, then the moment arm is further away from the bar and I'm very weak off the floor. I might be able to lock out more smoothly, but I'm a lot weaker off the floor. And also, this might sound counterintuitive, but I feel much more strain on my lower back when I try and lift with my hips low and a straight back. When I lift the way I do now with slightly rounded upper back, I feel everything in the glutes and hams. Now, I've heard powerlifting to win say that, your back angle is largely going to be determined by your anthropometer, the length of your limbs and stuff like that. For me, I've got quite long legs. I have quite short arms. My wingspan is shorter than my height. So to get into a good start position, I have to have that slightly rounded, slightly curved upper back. But that's just the way it is. Obviously, people will say, why are you lifting like that? But, I honestly believe that your body will adapt to the technique that you reinforce into it. Why can people Jefferson curl? Why can people lift 600, 700 pound with the spine? Because they've adapted to it, they've built up to it. That's just the way it is. I'm much stronger lifting with a slightly rounded upper back, and I've been deadlifting nearly every day now for 20 weeks. I'm hitting singles at 90+% every single week, a couple of times a week sometimes. I'm deadlifting every single day, most of the time over 70-80%, a lot of the time a lot of reps. I never, ever have any soreness or stiffness at all in my lower back. I get sore hamstrings, get a bit of stiffness in the glutes, nothing in the lower back. Now, to me, that is the bracing. The bracing is the most important thing. The only time I get a slight tweak or a pain in my lower back is if I mess the brace up. Pelvis tuck, align the spine, lock the lats, take the air, tense the abs, brace into the belt. Even if you're not wearing the belt, just tense the abs and brace. And then that's it. Then I stop thinking. Then I just bend down and pick it up. And it seems to be serving me well. So, I don't know. I mean, there are people out there whose opinion I respect who say you should not be rounding your back under any circumstances. But then most of the top powerlifters lift with a slightly rounded upper back. I'm not talking about the lower spine. I'm talking about the upper back. So, yeah, it is what it is. I honestly believe that bracing is more important than back position. And I just believe your body will adapt to whatever technique you use if you're consistent. That's why I think you should strive for consistent technique instead of perfect technique. Perfect technique doesn't exist. Everyone's got different limb sizes. Everyone's got different qualities.